Welcome to News and Brews with the Times, where we spill the tea on what's happening in Hall County, Georgia. It's April 21st, 2025. We hope you had a lovely Easter weekend. Today we have news about an expanded slow-no-wake zone on Lake Lanier, some restaurant announcements, and disturbing accusations against a woman and how she was treating a 2-year-old. We'll also be talking with reporter Jeff Gill about the big building going up on Bradford Street just off the square. And one quick correction on last week's episode. Greg and Stacy spoke about the Burley family who went to Disney with Bert's Big Adventure. It's pronounced Burley.
Sorry, Abby.
Good morning. I'm Shannon Casas.
And I'm Stacy Smith. Grab your favorite brew and take a sip as we guide you through what's been happening in Hall County. It's almost lake season, or maybe it was this weekend with those temperatures in the 80s. And any boaters out there should know the slow no wake zone in the Clarks Bridge area has expanded.
A new Solicitor General has been named for Hall County. Inez Grant will replace Stephanie Woodard, who resigned as part of a plea deal after mishandling funds.
Yeah, that was a big mess. Okay, but what is a Solicitor General?
They prosecute misdemeanors and traffic offenses, so where a district attorney leads prosecution for your big criminal cases in Hall County Superior Court, the Solicitor General does that, but for cases like shoplifting and DUIs.
Oh, okay. Genuinely, thank you for explaining that.
Inez Grant used to work in that office back in the 90s and has been in private practice. Another woman named Stephanie Thompson has been leading the office in the meantime, and she had applied for the job as well.
Oh, but I guess she didn't get it.
Right. So what usually happens when there's a vacancy is the names are submitted to the Judicial Nominating Commission at the state level, which would then review those nominations and recommend a short list to the governor. In this particular case, the nominations went straight to the governor's office.
Why?
Not really sure. It's not really been made clear.
Interesting. Well, when does Miss Inez Grant start?
That's also not clear. The news team has been trying to reach the governor's office and Inez Grant. They'll definitely keep working to get more information about the transition.
2 new restaurants are coming to Brazelton, Miller's Ale House and First Watch.
That's exciting. You like both of those, right?
Yeah, I think we've both actually eaten at Miller's Ale House in Dawsonville once, and it was great. This is only the 8th location in Georgia. First Watch has been popping up all over North Metro area the past few years with locations in Gainesville, Beaufort, and Cumming. But this one will be much closer to where I live in South Hall. I've never had anything I didn't like there, but if you're looking for a personal recommendation, it's the BLTE and the morning meditation.
An Alto woman is accused of some pretty horrible things involving a 2-year-old. Investigators say they found evidence on Snapchat that she hogtied the child with belts and yarn, as well as pulled him around with a dog leash. She's also accused of giving the child a joint and letting him smoke it.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty difficult case. I know our reporter reached out to her. She's already been released on bond. She didn't have any comment.
I mean, what can you say?
You know, sometimes people will try to defend themselves, and sometimes they just don't want to say anything. It's definitely early in the case. My experience, like as a foster parent, every case is very different. Mm-hmm. So I really try not to jump to conclusions. Obviously, what has been reported is horrible.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it, period. But what happens next, what led up to her making these kinds of decisions, if that's what happened, obviously hasn't gone to court or anything like that.
Right.
There's just a lot to consider.
I just want to know if the kid's okay.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, I assume that the sheriff's office stepped in and did what's needed, but we don't really have any information about that. We don't really know the relationship between the woman and the child either.
Poor baby.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was a foster parent for 10 years. So if this is something that, pulls at your heartstrings, there are things you can do to help kids in these kinds of situations. Anybody is free to reach out to me. Being a foster parent is a big commitment, but there are other ways to volunteer as well. CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocate, is a great organization that takes volunteers. So those are great ways that you can do something to help kids in bad situations.
That's right. And you're always saying how foster parents are always needed. So
Yes, they are.
A student at UNG in Dahlonega threatened library staff and had a handgun in his waistband and a semi-automatic rifle in his car.
Was anybody hurt?
No. Police showed up a few minutes after a report that someone was carrying a rifle case and took him into custody.
What was he threatening at the library?
Well, UNG confirmed some details about what happened and who the suspect is, but they haven't responded to questions about what the suspect said at the library or critiques from the community about the initial lack of information.
Want to keep up with the news more than once a week? Daybreak is a free email newsletter delivered every weekday morning. You can sign up for that or any of the Times' other email newsletters at GainesvilleTimes.com/newsletters.
Joining us this week is Times reporter Jeff Gill to talk about the building going up on Bradford Street. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I know I've been watching the building's progress. Looks like it's going to be a steakhouse. What else can you tell us?
I'm planning to talk to the developer next week to learn more, but I reported last year that the plan is for it to include the steakhouse as well as a microbrewery, and it will also have office space.
What's the vibe of the steakhouse going to be?
It's going to be called Char STK, and I was told it will be high-end. Philip Wilhite Jr., who is the local businessman leading that effort, said it will be the type of place for special occasions like an anniversary dinner or Christmas party dinner, that type of thing.
What can you tell us about the microbrewery?
That's going to be called Wasted Bird, and it will feature 5 different beers with poultry-themed names.
Ooh, I love that. I mean, I don't drink beer, but that's really fun.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. And the brewery will be on the back of the building and open into an alleyway.
So what are you hoping to learn this week when you talk with the developer?
Well, obviously, the building has taken shape pretty quickly.
Yeah, it has.
I'd like to get an update on when it will be completed and when those places would be opening up.
Can't wait to find out. There's been a lot happening around the square.
Oh, it's changed so much in the past few years.
Yeah, there's 2 other restaurants coming right across from that building, right?
Yes, they're attached to the parking deck there, the city's parking deck, and we hope to get an update on that as well soon. And we're also keeping an eye on what will take the place of Scott's.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Jeff.
Sure, thank you.
If you're curious about something, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email at podcastadmin@GainesvilleTimes.com. We'd also appreciate any other feedback you have and would love it if you rate the podcast on your podcast app and share it with a friend.
Thanks for listening. You can learn more about any of the stories we've talked about today at the link in our show notes. Join us again next week.